The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network. Home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Good evening. My name is Ron Chuckett. Welcome to the program for the 6th day of December 2022. And we have one more Decades Duel for you. We were requested to do something with the 96 Yankees. And so we are. And I mean, if they're going to play them, whether the lineup's right or not, I really don't care. They're going to play probably their closest nemesis in the late 90s stretch, the 95 through 99 Cleveland Indians. And this should be an offensive slugfest. It's going to be Andy Pettitte going for the Yankees, Chuck Nagy going for the Indians, and my goodness, we have power, and power going on here. The Yankees, maybe the late 90s Yankees, are some of the best teams of all time. And the Indians, well, you know, if they had an ace pitcher, I think they'd probably take a World Series or two. Or don't use Jose Mesa in Game 7 of the 97 series. So with all that in mind, it's to Yankee Stadium on a gorgeous night in the Bronx. 76 degrees, wind blowing in from left center, as the Yankees and Indians come to play next on Retro Sports Network. As Retro Sports Network presents a decade duel between the 1996 to 2000 New York Yankees and the 1995 to 99 Cleveland Indians. And tonight's game from the Bronx at Yankee Stadium is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spreaker, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. And so it will be Andy Pettitte on the hill for New York. Andy, come on, you can work. Going to assume from the 97 year, the lefty is 25 years old, fastball at 88, and a ground ball plus pitcher. How many lefties? I just got 3 for Cleveland. 20-8 the record, a 3.36 earned run average, 230 and 2/3 innings, 231 hits, 15 homers, 68 walks, 164 strikeouts, a whip of 1.296. And this will be the defense that he has behind him. Tim Raines, a 5 and a 5 and left. Bernie Williams and I share a number, 51. He's a 5 and a 4 in center. Paul O'Neill, a 6 and an 8 in right. Wade Boggs, a 7 at third. Derek Jeter, only a 5 at short. Send your letters and complaints to Chuck Knobloch, a 5 at second. Tino Martinez, a 7 at first. Jorge Posada, a 5 and a 5 behind the plate. And Pettitte is a 5 on the mound with a .961 fielding percentage. The lineup for Cleveland: Kenny Lofton leads off in center field. Omar Vizquel at short will bat second. Jim Thome will bat third and play third. Manny Ramirez in right cleans up. Albert Bell in left will go fifth. Eddie Murray at first will bat sixth. Carlos Baerga at second will bat seventh. David Justice is the DH, he'll bat eighth. And Sandy Alomar Jr. behind the plate goes ninth. Nagy, when his time comes, should throw about 115 pitches. Lofton steps in at 315, 11 homers, and 64 RBI. We play for the bunt. Boggs and Martinez, and Pettitte winds and deals. And this one's into right center. Bernie Williams moves over, and that's the first out of the ball game. Brings up Omar Vizquel, 310, 4 homers, and 58 RBI. The Cleveland team, by the way, a mix between 95 and 99, so they're American League pennant winners, and 95 and 97 are represented. The Yankees, 96 through 2000, where they won the World Series in 96, 98, 99, and 2000. Pitch to Vizquel. Omar swings, and that's in the left center field. Williams will cut it off, throws it back in. And Vizquel has a one-out single for Jim Thome at 339 home runs and 109 RBI. Throw to first, and Omar is back. Pettit now goes home. Thome swings, and that's laced into right field past Knobloch. O'Neill will pick it up. Vizquel with good speed is going to hold at second. And there's one out for Manram. Manny at 313, 44 homers, and 155 RBI. That's a lot. So first and second, one out. Pettit deals. Ramirez, that's in the left field. Raines will pick it up. Vizquel will do what? What's he going to do? He's going to hold it third, and they are loaded for Albert Bell. Bell, just on the Hall of Fame ballot, fell short. 314, so he's hitting pi. 52 homers and 145 RBI. So Vizquel at third, Thome at second, and Ramirez at first, and Pettit has gone into the frying pan already here in the top of the first with one out. Andy delivers, and Bell hits a chopper to Jeter, and Derek can't make a play on it. He goes to first, and that's an error. So Vizquel will score. I have no idea. Is this a two-base error? It is a two-base error, and Jeter gets called for two errors on the play. I've never seen that in Action PC before. He bobbled the ball as it was hit to him and then threw it away and hit Chuck Knobloch's mom. And so it's a two-base error. So Bell moves up to second. The Indians have two on the board, and Ramirez is on third. So Pettit tries to brush it off. Murray in the left field. Raines in the corner. But somebody from Staten Island made that catch, and the count goes to 0-2. So a great start for the Indians. Murray at 296, 17 homers, and 67 RBI. The thing with this Indians group from the mid-90s was they were full of vets. Absolute, you would think, no doubt Hall of Famers. Thome, Murray, I think Bell gets in eventually. We'll see about whether people forgive Manny Ramirez or not. Andy delivers, and Murray hits a ground ball to Jeter. Derek will throw to first to try to get the out. Ramirez is going to score, and Murray is retired. So two out, and Bell goes to third, and what is now a 3-0 Cleveland lead. Carlos Baerga, 294, 13 homers, and 77 RBI. So Pettit falls behind the 8 ball on just 15 pitches. Baerga sends this one into left center field. Williams will pick it up. It's 4-0. And here comes David Justice at 303, 27 homers, and 94 RBI. So Cleveland out to the fast start. Pitch to Justice. Here's a roller to Knobloch. Chuck throws to first, and that will retire the side. Not before. The Tribe score 4 on 4 hits and 2 errors by Derek Jeter on the same play. Goodness gracious, Buffy St. Marie. Half an inning down, 4-0 Cleveland. So here's Nagy, 30 years old. The wedge that Steve Tate used is from 97. Standard pitcher, curveball pitcher. And when he throws the fastball, it's around 90. 16-8 the record, a 3.85 ERA. 224 and 2/3, 235 hits, 24 homers, 69 walks, and 158 strikeouts. Defensively behind Nagy, Bell is a 6 and 5 in left, Lofton an 8 and an 8 in center, Manny Ramirez a 5 and a 6 in right, Tomey a 5 at third, Vizquela 9 at short, Baerga a 5 at second, Murray still a 5 at this point of his career at first, Alomar a 4 and a 5 behind the plate, and Nagy, a good fielder, a 9 with a 1,000 fielding percentage. Jeter at 337, 22 homers and 93 RBI. And Nagy starts his effort with ball 4. So Jeter, whose big boo-boo allowed 2 runs to score in the top of the first, will draw the walk, and here is Bernie Williams. Bernie at 341, 26 homers and 106 RBI. By the way, Pettit threw 22 pitches in his half of the first. I didn't give you the rest of the lineup for New York. Derek Jeter leading off. Bernie Williams in center, batting second. Tino Martinez will play first and hit third. Paul O'Neill is in right. He'll clean up. Jorge Posada behind the plate bats fifth. Knobloch at second goes sixth. Wade Boggs at third, batting seventh. Darryl Strawberry is a DH. He'll go eighth. And Tim Raines in left, batting ninth. And again, just like Cleveland, this is a deep, deep ball club. Pitch to Byrne, a throw to first, and Jeter's not going anywhere. Bernie at 341, 26 homers, and 106 RBI. Nagy delivers, and Williams strikes out. He got him to swing and miss an 0-2 fastball, so there's 1 out for Tino Martinez. Tino at 290, 36 homers, and 132 RBI. You see all the players with the Mariner hats. What a productive system that was. But Martinez's probably greatest claim to fame is the grand slam he hit off of Mark Langston in the opening game of the '98 World Series. Pitch to Tino is a little looper in the right in front of Ramirez, and the Yankees have 2 on and 1 out. So again, pitching here, not going to be the big thing. Here's Paul O'Neill at 320, 22 homers, and 116 RBI. Nagy deals. O'Neill into right field. Back goes Manny. Oh, that's well struck in the corner. And Manny is going to make the catch. That ball just kind of died out there. Jeter tags and goes to third without a throw. And so there's 2 out. That had the look off the bat. That might have been an upper deck shot. But oh no. So first and third, 2 out for Posada. 269, 20 homers, and 72 RBI. Pitch to Jorge is a fly ball to right. Runners go. Manny goes back. That ball is well struck, and that is going to be off the wall. So Jeter will score. Martinez rounds third. It makes it 4-2, and Posada is on with a stand-up double. So in the first 5 outs of this game, we have 6 runs. And then I'll bring up Knobloch, 279, 17 homers, and 66 RBI. So Nagy and Pettit are not going to be locked into a 1-0 game here. Pitch to Knobloch is a high drive left field. Bell, the crowd likes it, and so does Albert, as he'll close the glove and make the catch, and that will retire the side. Took us 15 minutes to play the first inning. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. After 1, it's the Indians 4, the Yankees 2. So Sandy Alomar Jr. The number 9 hitter to face Pettit here to start the second. Sandy at 295, 16 homers, and 66 RBI. Andy deals, and there's a chopper to Knobloch. Chuck towards the bag at second, throws to first, 1 out. So the opening 9 for Pettit, 26 pitches, but he only got 4 outs. An inning and a third, 4 hits. Only 2 of the 4 runs are earned. If you're looking for a silver lining as a Yankee fan. But he trails 4-2. Lofton was retired to start the ballgame. And he walks this time around. Pettit won't be happy. First walk from Andy. Omar Vizquel singled and scored in the first. And he walks. So Pettit not doing what the Yankees wanted. And here's the ever dangerous Jim Thome, who singled and scored. Chat is very quiet right now. Not many people watching on a Tuesday night. Pitch to Thome. Jim struck him out. He got him on an 0-2 fastball in there at the knees. 2 out for Manny, who singled and scored. So Lofton on second, Vizquel on first. Yankees trying to hold this to a 2-run ballgame. Runners go. Ramirez in the left. Raines moves over a step or two. And Tim will make the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and the Indians strand 2. We go to the bottom of the second, 4-2 Cleveland. So here is Wade Boggs. Wade at 304, 3 homers, 34 RBI, and entitled to horse rides any place he wants in the city of New York. Pitch to Boggs. There's a ground ball left side. That's a base hit. Past Vizquel in the left, and Wade will hold with a single. And that'll bring up Darryl Strawberry. He's the DH, 262, 14 homers, and 32 RBI. Got him. A 1-2 curveball at Strawberry swung right through. So 1 out for Raines. Tim at 304. 4 homers and 42 RBI. So for players like Boggs and Raines, they got their rings with the Yankees in '96. Strawberry, of course, had the ring from '86. But one of those rare people in baseball history to have a ring with both the Mets and the Yankees. I think Gooden is the other one. I think that's it. Pitch to Raines. There's a chopper down to Baerga. Carlos will go to second. Vizquel is there. They'll get Boggs, and Raines is on with the late throw. So fielder's choice 4-6, and 2 out for Jeter. Nagy's opening 39 pitches, inning and 2/3, 3 hits, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. The walk came to Jeter, who would score. So runner on first is Raines, 2 out here in the second. Popped up. Baerga should make a play here. And he does to retire the side. Yankees get a hit, leave a runner on. We go to the third here in the Bronx, 4-2 Cleveland. So Bell, Murray, and Baerga to face Pettit here in the third. Albert looking his generally chipper self at the plate. Singled, drove home a run, and scored. Actually, he grounded to short, and that was the 2-error play by Jeter. A rare event. 2 errors in the same play. Bell strikes out as Pettit got him on an 0-2 curve at the last second. So Albert shakes his head, 1 out for Murray. Eddie 0 for 1 with an RBI. How you doing, Mr. Howard? 4-2 Tribe in this decade duel for the 90s Indians and Yankees. Pitch to Murray. Eddie pops it up. Williams coming in, rides a Schwinn, makes the catch. 2 out for Baerga. Carlos, single and RBI. Mr. Howard, I'm sure we'll talk about the fact that Western Washington University won the D2 Women's Soccer Championship. Is that right? Pitch to Baerga. Carlos swings, ground ball to third. Boggs has it. Wade across the way. Baerga can run, and the throw is not in time on the bang-banger. So that's the 5th hit for Cleveland. Here's Justice. He's 0 for 1. Runner on first, 2 out in the third. Justice, a slow roller to Martinez, and Tino takes it to the bag himself for the out. Yes, indeed, I'm being told. Basketball season now up in the forest of Western Washington. And I guess, again, they're all pretty highly rated up there. Bernie Williams, by the way, leads off the bottom of the third. No runs, a hit, no errors. After 2.5, 4-2, Cleveland. So Williams, Martinez, and O'Neill to face Nagy. And Charles starts the third with a ground ball. Baerga by the bag. A good stop. Throws to Murray. 1 out. So here's Tino, who has singled and scored. Pitch from Nagy to short. Vizquel on a multi-hopper. Long throw, 2 out. Women are number 11 nationally in basketball at Western Washington University and number 1 in the region and in our hearts. Here's Paul O'Neill. Paulie's 0 for 1. Nagy winds and deals, and that ball is hit hard to right field and gone. So it's now a 4-3 ball game as Paulie put that one in the bleachers in right center. The 4th hit for the Yankees and the 3rd run. So I'll bring up Posada, who had a 2-run double in the first, to make it a 4-2 ball game. Helps if I put the mouse in the right spot. Posada lines this to center. Lofton coming in, and it just dropped in front of him, and Posada has himself a single. So Jorge is 2 for 2. Here's Knobloch. Chuck is 0 for 1. Nagy from the stretch, 2 out. Knobloch line drive to Tomei, and Jim will make the catch to retire the side. But O'Neill's home run makes it a 1-run game. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. They leave 1 on. We go to the 4th in the Bronx. It's 4-3 Cleveland. So Pettit will face Alomar, Lofton, and Vizquel. Men receive votes national, and they are the number 3 regional team. Outside of, I meant to ask you this in our little chat thing there. Outside of athletics, and of course you, Mr. Howard, what is the top areas of study at Western Washington University? Pitch to Alomar, who's 0 for 1. Sandy up the box and a comebacker. Pettit throws to first for the out. 1 away. For Lofton, so Pettit a better second 9, opening 18 on 70 pitches, 3 1/3 innings, 5 hits. He has walked 2 and struck out 2. Lofton is 0 for 1 and has drawn a walk. Pitch to Kenny. There's a little looper in the right. That's going to drop in front of O'Neill. And let's see what Lofton does. He takes a wide turn and goes back to first. How you doing, Matt? Mr. Buggy Whip in the house. So top of the 4th, 1 out. Cleveland leading the Yankees 4-3. A slugapalooza going on here at the stadium. Vizquel singled, walked, and scored. Throw to first, and Lofton is back. Pitch to Vizquel, a pop-up right side. O'Neill will make the catch, and Lofton goes back to first. For you Yankee haters out there that might have joined us late, that two in the E column for the Yankees you see on the screen is Derek Jeter's double error. He couldn't get a ball and threw a ball away and allowed 2 runs to score for Cleveland. Mr. Howard says it's still a teacher's school. I went to one of those, as it started out years ago as Whatcom Normal School. Okay, they had to drop the normal once you got there. That's not true. But yes, if you are a certain age, teacher schools were called normal schools. So says the kid that failed out of Linden Normal School. Tomey is 1 for 2. Jim has singled, struck out, and scored. Lofton will go. Williams into right center. Bernie rides the Schwinn, makes the catch, bangs on some drums, and that will retire the side. Or add the abnormal. There you go. No runs, a hit, no errors. Bottom of the 4th here in New York. Cleveland 4, New York 3. So Boggs, Strawberry, and Raines to face Nagy here in the 4th. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Cleveland. They've left on 5 so far. 3 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for the Yankees. And again, both of those charged to Mr. Jeter. Boggs singled his first time up. He's 1 for 1. And there's a ground ball to Murray. Eddie takes it to the bag himself. And, boy, that's a bang-banger out. Boggs without much speed, neither does Murray. So here's Strawberry. Darrell struck out his first time up, one of the 2 by Nagy. He winds and deals, and Strawberry strikes out again. So I guess his letter is not 22, but he did strike out on a 2-2 curve. So here's Raines, 0 for 1. And he strikes out. So Nagy, good inning for him. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 5th here in the Bronx. 4-3 Tribe. So Ramirez 1 for 2. Manny has singled and scored. And Pettit starts the 5th with a ground ball base hit left side. Raines will pick it up. So the 7th hit for Cleveland. Here's Bell. Albert, a bastion of civility at the plate. 0 for 2. He has struck out and then reached on that strange play where Jeter not only couldn't handle the ball for error number 1, but then he overthrew Tino Martinez for error number 2. Pitch to Bell, and he walked him. So 1st and 2nd now, nobody out for Eddie Murray. Eddie 0 for 2 with an RBI. Popped up right side, a rainmaker. Martinez closes the glove. And there's 1 out for Baerga. Carlos has singled twice and driven in a run. Hockey tomorrow as we get back to the Adams family, and then will I be playing Dan Burns, Eddie Pat? I can't do it because I'll get a copyright violation. We don't want that. Hey, the 3 cents I make from these videos, goes a long way. It means I can almost get that extra topping on my pizza. Pitch to Baerga. Carlos hits a ground ball to Jeter. Derek's got to be careful here. He goes to Knobloch for 1. Baerga will reach. The throw is late, and so it'll be a 6-4 fielder's choice. 2 out for Justice. Twitch has put in protections so you don't get called for playing music that's there. Now, if Dan wants to send everyone a note saying that this weird streamer from Vermont can play his songs, I'd be happy for that. I doubt that's going to happen. Justice is 0 for 2. So Ramirez on third and Baerga on first. Pitch to a snap throw from Posada, and Baerga is back and the count is 1-0. Speaking of claiming music, the theme that we'd used for the last 3 years or so on Digital to Dice got claimed. And so we can't use Living by the Numbers by Metal Church anymore. So the open that you hear now is Mr. Gardner's. Justice hits a slow roller to Martinez. Over to Pettit, and that will retire the side. Halfway home on a Tuesday night. Well, if you actually get a hold of him, I would be happy to talk about that. I'm sure he would be. I love his stuff. Halfway home, 4-3 Indians. Well, whoever subbed during the stream, thank you very much. It didn't tell me who it was. If you joined us late, here's how we got here. Cleveland got 4 in the top of the first. Albert Bell, again, a weird play. A ground ball to Jeter that he could not play. And by the time he did pick it up and threw to first, he overthrew Tino Martinez. Oh, dear. And the spammer block. Thank you, though, for trying. So Jeter made the 2 boo-boos, and it was 2-0. Eddie Murray hit a ground ball and was not a boo-boo, and it became 3-0. And then Baerga with an RBI single to make it 4-0. Yankees have chipped back at it. Posada, a 2-run double right in the bottom of the first. And in the third inning, a solo shot from Paul O'Neill to make it 4-3. So Nagy, a 5-hitter through 4. He has fanned 4. Pettit, a 7-hitter through 5. And Andy will not be talking about this game forever. So here's Jeter. Derek has walked and scored. Nagy, 71 pitches for his opening 18. 4 innings, 5 hits. The home run to O'Neill. A walk and 4 strikeouts. Pitch to Derek is a chopper to first. Murray will underhand it to Nagy, and there is 1 out. Brings up Bernie Williams, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And there's a base hit into right field. Ramirez will pick it up. Bernie's going for 2. The throw to Vizquel by the bag, and Bernie's in there with a double. And so everybody wins a Bernie Williams album because he hit a double. So here's Tino Martinez. So Williams now the tying run. Tino 1 for 2. He has singled and scored. Got him. So that's 5 for Nagy. Nice hat. Yep. You guys were loaded in the late 80s. There's a number of players in this game wearing those Mariner hats from the late 80s. Here's Paulie O'Neill. He homered in the bleachers in right center his last time up to make it a 4-3 ballgame. 2 out here in the 5th. Yankees trail 4-3. I was being nice. And of course, it was a 95 Mariners and their 5-game LDS win over the Yankees, the first year we did League Divisional Series, that saved baseball in Seattle. Pitch to O'Neill. Paul is popped up. Lofton will come in, rides the Schwinn, and makes an absolute diving stop. An absolute web gem to keep this a 4-3 game. How about that? Goodness gracious. Buffy St. Marie. We go to the 6th, 4-3. But still. So here's Alomar, 0 for 2. Now, I believe, and Scotty can remind me of this, that the stadium was actually on the ballot that November, wasn't it? So it was still fresh in people's minds. Pitch to Alomar Jr., who's 0 for 2. Ground ball to second. Knobloch behind the bag, over to first. 1 out. Here's Lofton. So Pettit, 27 batters, 103 pitches. 5 1/3. 7 hits, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. Lofton, 1 for 2 with a walk. And to right, O'Neill moves over to make the catch. 2 away here in the top of the 6th for Vizquel. I saw him here in 1988, by the way, the year that the Mariners AA team was in Burlington. Omar, 1 for 2. A single, a walk, and a run scored. We had the M's here, I believe, 1 year or 2. And they were good. Vizquel in the left. Raines moving over to make the catch, and that will retire this. A great play by Timmy. Sliding catch on the grass. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 4-3 Cleveland. The new stadium vote was expected to fail. Yep. It's amazing what happened, and look, it's not, is it T-Mobile Field now? One of those early retractable roofs that actually worked. And the BNSF Railroad goes under the stadium. It's a great place to watch a ball game. Posada, as we start the bottom of the 6th, is 2 for 2. He is single, doubled, and driven in 2. Got him. A full count fastball swung on and missed. So 1 out for Knobloch, who is 0 for 2. And again, here we have a stream where we're playing the 2 teams and talking about a third. What'd you guys think of Fred McGriff? Pitch to Knobloch. There's a liner into center field. Lofton will get it on a hop. Chuck turns for 2, and he's in there. So the tying run is on for Boggs, who was 1 for 2. Wade has got himself a single. Knobloch, by the way, pretty good speed on second base. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Cleveland. They've left on 7. The Yankees, 3 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors, and they have left on 4. Pitch to Wade. Walked him. So first and second for Strawberry, who has struck out twice. Alomar and Nagy have a few words. Now the pitch. And Strawberry takes the collar as he goes down on a 0-2 fastball in the inside corner. So 2 out for Raines. Timmy is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. You had the A-League M's here in Bellingham for years. Yep, you got Griffey's first year and lots of others. Dave Henderson. Wow, Dave Henderson hit a walk-off homer in his first game here. I know I have told you this story before, but I got to see Griffey take batting practice. He was hurt the summer of '88, and so he only played in 3 or 4 games here. But my goodness, did he ever put on a show. You just knew. Got him. Nagy gets out of it. A huge swing and a miss, and that's strike 3. No runs, a hit. They leave on 2. We go to the 7th here at the stadium. 4-3 Cleveland. So Tommy, Ramirez, and Bell, as Pettit gave up the 4 in the first and has put up bagels since. Jim 1 for 3. He has singled, struck out, and scored. And he draws the walk, and we'll look at the pitch count. It's at 113, and with Manny Ramirez at the plate, let's take a look to see who we have here in the pen. Righty, switchy, and so it's good. Wow. Surprisingly, there's no John Wetland, but I think Wetland was gone by 96. So Jeff Nelson. Nelson from the 2000, and we'll ignore the hat again, 34 years old, ground ball plus slider pitcher at 91. 5-2 with the save and an earned run average of 288. 50 innings for Joe Torre's Yankees, 36 hits, 2 homers. He walked 34 while striking out 53. Tommy on first. Manny is 2 for 3, has singled twice and scored a run. Nelson starts his night with a liner into left center field. That's going to get down. Williams throws it into second, but too late, and Manny's got himself a double. So 2 on and nobody out for Albert Bell, who would like you to leave a few coins in the Salvation Army kettles this season. Nelson was underrated. He was always ready and fairly effective. Yep, looks like a baby there. So Bell trying to break this one open for Cleveland. Nelson's pitch. And Bell draws the first base open walk, so they are loaded for Eddie Murray, who was 0 for 3 with an RBI. So Tommy on third, Ramirez on second, and Bell on first. Nobody out. Top the 7th. Indians 4, Yankees 3. And Cleveland knocking on the door to add to the lead. Nelson from the set. There's a ground ball to Jeter. Might be 2. Knobloch for 1. They'll trade 2 for the price of 1, and that's exactly what they're going to do. 6-4-3. So Cleveland gets in a run as Tommy scores. But there's 2 out for Baerga, who is 2 for 3. He has singled twice and driven in a run. And Ramirez is on third. So 5-3 Cleveland, 2 out, top the 7th. Nelson's pitch to Baerga. O'Neill in the corner, and Paulie will make the catch to retire the side. Stretch time, 5-3 Tribe. Not Derek Jeter's best day. He's 0 for 2. He's got both the Yankee errors. He has walked and scored. True story about me and Derek Jeter. No, I've never met him. Well, the first time I saw his parents, it must have been the '96 series. I kind of wondered why Reggie Jackson was sitting with his mom. It wasn't Reggie Jackson, it was Derek Jeter's dad. Because, you know, he looked like Reggie, had the glasses, but Reggie had a lot more hair again all of a sudden. Anyway, pitch to the captain is a ground ball to short. Vizquel over to Murray. And Jeter beat it out on the bang banger, and that will do it for Nagy. Hey, Braves fans, Paul Ossenmacher coming in. Got a pitching change. This game coming to you from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. So Ossenmacher, 37 years old. He's a fastball pitcher at 86. And a ground ball pitcher. 4-1, 2 saves, an earned run average of 3, 48 innings, 44 hits, 3 homers, 14 walks, and 48 strikeouts. Bernie, 1 for 3. He has doubled and struck out. Of course, Jeter, the quintessential Yankee, is from Kalamazoo. Pitch to Bernie. Williams draws the walk, so first and second, nobody out, and Tino Martinez is the go-ahead run. Tino 1 for 3. He has singled, struck out, and scored. Ossenmacher from the stretch into center field. Lofton moving over, and Kenny will make the catch. Jeter tags and will hold as Lofton has a pretty good arm. 1 out for O'Neill. Now, lefty versus lefty. I suppose I could run any one of 9,000 people out there, but we will bring up one of the big members of the '96 Yankees, Chili Davis, 272, 11 homers, and 44 RBI. So 1 out. Jeter on second, Williams on first. Ossenmacher trying to hold its 5-3 lead. Davis hits this one well in the left. Back goes Bell. Albert to the track and foul. A long, loud strike. And the count is 0-2. Gets away from Alomar, but Jeter is going to stay put. So no wild pitch. Hey, Matt, thank you so much. Matt with the news uses his Amazon Prime to sub, so it doesn't cost him a penny, and I get roughly $2.50 for that. Thank you so much. So 1-2 the count. Ossenmacher deals. Got him. Well, that was a great sub run. Swung on and missed the curve. Here's Posada. Jorge 1 or 2 for 3. A single, a double, and his double in the first made it 4-2. So Jeter on second. Williams on first. Ossenmacher trying to get out of it. He does. Posada strikes out. Got him looking. No runs, a hit. The Yankees leave on 2. How you doing, Russian Reb? We go to the 8th. It's 5-3 Indians. And so Yankee folk hero Shane Spencer comes into play, right? He is a 7 and a 6 out there. Nelson will face Justice, and then we'll just kind of go from there. David is 0 for 3. So my thought, Mr. Howard, and whoever else may be watching, if I do decide to do 2001, here's my thought on the playoffs. Since we are in a 3-divisional era at that point, pitch to Justice is a ground ball to Knobloch over to first, and That gets away from Tino. Oh, my goodness gracious, that's a two-base error. Keith Olbermann's bond just got plunked in the head. So the third Yankee error. And with Alomar coming in at the plate, too early for Mariano. So you get Ramiro Mendoza. Got a pitching change. This game coming to you from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Mendoza, one of those Swiss Army knife pitchers. You get the 98-ish version, 26 years old, changeup pitcher, fastball at 85, and a ground ball pitcher. 37 appearances out of the pen, 10 starts, 10 and 6, 2 saves, earned run average of 376, 127 innings, 136 hits, 11 homers, 28 walks, and 68 strikeouts. Alomar, by the way, is 0 for 3. So my thought is, if I go with a post-90 or 95 or later season in the 3-division era, that I would forego the wild card and have the second and third division winners play a best of 3. How you doing, Big Dave? And so that would be the divisional series, and then the winner would play the number 1 seed in the best of 7. So instead of playing maybe 20 extra playoff games, because it's 4 sets of best of 5, we would play 6 extra games potentially, and then go to that. So food for thought on that in the chat and the comments when you see it tomorrow. By the way, tomorrow night around 7:30 Eastern, Dave and I will talk with the creator of Digital Diamond Baseball about his game and the board game companion. You like it? Yep. You want to be fair, and you don't want to discount the more modern teams, because 2001 intrigues me. Pitch to Alomar. There's a fly ball left field. Raines would make the catch. Justice goes back to second. Goes to third as the throw goes in the infield. So 1 out. Justice on third for Lofton, who's 1 for 3 with a walk. I would imagine if someone happened to be, let's say, a Seattle Mariner fan in 2001, that I would imagine that the 111-win Mariner team would be the number 1 seed. The thing with playoffs is you get some sort of payoff at the end of the year for following through. But my goodness, if we, let's say we did last year, 2021, with the 4 wild card series and then the 2 LDSs, you just don't want to, you'd spend half the year just doing the playoffs. So that's just a thought. So you get the 1 extra round, but boy, that number 1 seed would mean a lot, wouldn't it? Pitch to Lofton, Justice on third. Kenny sends this one into center field for a single. Justice will score. And it's now 6-3 Cleveland. Yeah, so we're thinking more modern. Hard to believe as Vizquel steps up. He's 1 for 3. Omar has singled, walked, and scored. Now, you got to get out of that wheelhouse. Kenny, oh yeah, Kenny does have wheels, which is why we throw to first, and Kenny's back. Mendoza goes home. Vizquel, this might be 2. Boggs, Knobloch for 1. Martinez for 2, and it won't matter if Kenny's got wheels. Michael Jackson is off the wall, and he's coming in to pitch. Bottom of the 8th here at Yankee Stadium. Indians get another run on a hit in the 3rd Yankee error. They lead 6-3. So Jackson, this is kind of like a Seattle Mariners alumni game, isn't it? Jackson in the close, and this is the 97 version. D. Scott Howard showing his age. Always, yeah, just beat it, as Russian Reb says. Just wanted to do a 2001 M's replay, but you've never done one with a DH. It's okay. Those of us, the DH turns 50 this season. And some of us are okay with that. So Jackson 33, 97 version, kind of. Fastball at 92 and a ground ball pitcher. 2 and 3, 28 saves, an earned run average of 245. 69 and 2/3 innings for Jackson, 51 hits, 4 homers, 21 walks, and 64 strikeouts. Knobloch 1 for 3. He has doubled. Into left center. Lofton moving over to make the catch, 1 out. So it's hard to believe. Wow, the movie Casablanca turned 80 this week. My neighbor probably watched it 2 or 3 times. I'm sure it's on Turner Classic Movies. Here's looking at you, kid. Wade Boggs 1 for 2. A single and a walk for Wade. So the eye is still good. Pitch from Jackson. Boggs hits a ground ball to Baerga. Over to Murray for the out. So it's hard to believe. Going to pinch hit for Strawberry here. Who can hit a righty? Mariano Duncan. 311. I don't remember him with the Yankees. 4 homers and 35 RBI. The 23 replay is going to be our 5th. This channel is going to have its 5th full season replay. Pitch to Duncan. Mariano chops this one down to Murray. And Eddie takes it to the bag, and that will retire the side. Save or no save? Oh, no, he's safe. So Duncan beat it out. Here's Raines. He's 0 for 3. He has struck out twice. Well, pardon me. So Duncan beats out the infield hit. Pitch to Raines. There we go. Struck him out. We certainly will. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. And can you do a Yankee tribute without bringing in Mariano? So here's Mo. We are doing 99 Mo, 30 years old. Can you guess what he throws? It's a cutter. The first 9 guesses don't count. 86-mile-an-hour fastball, ground ball plus pitcher. Well, the Dodgers win a 5th pennant. So Mo 4 and 2, 41 saves for number 42, an earned run average of 180, 65 innings, 46 hits, 2 homers, 18 walks, and 44 strikeouts. Now, Arizona won the World Series in 01, if that's the direction I go in. And San Francisco was pretty good, too. It'd be hard-pressed to get the Dodgers into that mix, especially without a wild card. Tell me 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored, a walk and a strikeout. The other possibilities we're looking at 56 a Dodger year, 74 a Dodger year. Looking at 95 as well, again, a Dodger year. But I'm leaning towards 01. Walked him. So a full count cutter misses outside. Casablanca, Matt says, my favorite movie, Friday the 13th, Part 6, Chasing Lifts. Is 36 years old. So The Undertaker elects the Cuisinart movie of the week. Obviously, you have very discerning taste. And for that, you get a case of Lone Star. Because if that's your discerning taste, then whatever the horsey does in the jug really doesn't matter, does it? Every year is a Dodger year for you, says Mr. Howard. Here's Manny. He is 3 for 4. I got smiley faces for that. He is singled twice, double driven in a run. Tommy not a threat to steal. Mo goes home, and Ramirez draws the walk. So Mo has walked too. Yeah, Scotty, Matt still carries a tape measure with him. He got to measure those buggy whips. First and second, nobody out for Boy Scout Albert Bell. Al is 0 for 2. He has walked twice and struck out. He reached on that strange two-error play that Jeter made and scored and drove in a run. 6-3 Indians. Posada says, throw the cutter, man. What are you doing? Rivera deals and got him. A 1-2 cutter. Strike 3 called. So 1 out for Eddie Murray, who, just as Ronnie said, I'm not going to be his little baby. 0 for 4. Oh, that was Eddie Money. I'm sorry. With a run RBI and grounded into a double play. It'll be Jeter, Williams, and Tino Martinez for the Yankees in the ninth. Pitch to Murray. Ground ball to Jeter. This might be 2. Derek Knobloch for 1. And Martinez for 2. So it's 6-4-3. And that will retire the side. So the Indians threaten but do not score. We go to the bottom of the ninth. 6-3 Cleveland. So Matt says, a friend asked me today if I tied people's shoelaces together to thwart any potential zombie apocalypse. You know what you deserve after that is a hams from the land of sky blue waters. Here's Derek Jeter. Derek is 1 for 3. He has singled, walked, and scored. Pitch to Jeter. There's a chopper down to Murray. Eddie will underhand it to Jackson. And PYT, Pretty Young Thing, makes the play. 1 out. So here's Williams. Bernie 1 for 3. He has doubled, walked, and struck out. Getting to the point in the calendar, we should be getting the new sheet for what the new features are for the baseball game for Action PC. Pitch from Jackson. Fly ball, center field. Back goes Lofton. That ball is, it is high. It is deep. It is gone. A B-bomb from Bernie. There. That's as John Sterling as I'm going to get. So it's 6-4 now. And here comes Martinez. You wonder what they'll leave Jackson in the ball game for. So Bernie Williams makes it interesting. Just in case people wonder if I had my thumb on the scale and caused 2 walks for Mo Rivera. Tino 1 for 4. He has singled, struck out, and scored. Jackson stays in the game. Line drive to Vizquel, 2 out. The computer's running Cleveland. Doing this for Jeff, who we hope feels better. So here is Shane Spencer. 261, 8 homers, 30 RBI. Last chance saloon for the Yankees. And Jackson, ground ball to Baerga. This should slam the door. Carlos goes to first, and the Yankees lose. Well, it couldn't have been a dedication game without something going wrong. So the Indians beat the Yankees at Yankee Stadium by the score of 6-4. 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Cleveland. They left on 9. The Yankees, 4 runs, 10 hits, and 3 errors. And they left on 9. So Nagy, 6 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs, all earned. The homer to O'Neill. He walked 2 and struck out 8. Ossenmacher, pretty good. And Jackson, a 6-out save in the 90s. Not everybody passed out all at once. Andy Pettit, 6 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, 3 earned. He walked 4 and struck out 2. And then the combination of Nelson, Mendoza, and Rivera. Big Dave says, regardless of the situation, always a great day when the Yankees lose. I got to pick an MVP. Who am I going to pick here? Have I got to go with Manny? 3 for 4? Or the double? All right, so there you go. We'll have hockey for you tomorrow and golf for you on Thursday. And for now, thank you so much for watching. I'm Ron Juckett. The final score in tonight's Decade Duel, the 95-99 Indians 6, the 96-2000 Yankees 4. We'll see you tomorrow at lunch for some hockey. Have a good night, everybody.